What's up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm excited to finally be sharing with you guys this new, I don't want to call it like a diet because we're really trying to make more of like a lifestyle change here. So a new way that Giovanni and I are going to be eating. And we have literally cleaned out our whole entire pantry and we are starting fresh. And pretty much what we're doing is eating whole foods. Foods that aren't processed, there's no GMOs, there's no additives, none of that stuff. So it's literally organic, straight from the ground, or as natural as possible. Meals that we are, or that I'm preparing this week, they're super like fun and creative. That's what I like about this diet that we're doing, is because we get to play with the food a little bit more and get creative. Before, we ate a lot of the same stuff. We would just pretty much do just rice and meat and vegetables every single day. And of course we would do it just to do it, but it just wasn't as enjoyable as it could be. So this is gonna be fun because the meals are like I said, really creative. And I'm going to be prepping our breakfast, lunch, and dinner for today. So you guys are gonna get some really cool meal ideas from this video, and I'm gonna show you and walk you through how to make every single recipe. Today, and I wrote it down on our little chart, we have an Elvis omelet, and I'm gonna show you pictures of each meal. We have an Elvis omelet. We have an egg roll salad. We have ground beef tacos. So that's what we're eating for today. Let's get started. We're gonna start with our omelet. What is called Elvis omelet. It is an omelet, like I said, and a regular omelet with free-range eggs. So organic free-range eggs. And then inside of the eggs, we're going to be putting bananas, almond butter. So it sounds kind of weird, and honestly it is weird to me too, but again, I'm trying it. I'm staying open-minded with this whole thing. So bananas and almond butter inside. I'm gonna be cooking with nothing but natural fat, and it's with this thing called coconut oil. I'll be using this to cook with a lot. I'm also going to be adding this raspberry sauce on top of the omelet. So again, it sounds super weird, but we're staying open-minded here. And then of course I'm gonna let you know how all of this tastes. And then on the side, I'm actually going to also add some turkey bacon. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start the omelet, and the first thing we have to do, like I said, there's a raspberry like topping drizzle type of thing. So we're gonna make that first. So first ingredient we have is 2 tablespoons of water. So let's get our water. We're gonna end up boiling it, so I have my saucepan on high already. Add a ½ cup of raspberries. So we have organic, fresh raspberries that we're gonna put in there. So it's gonna be super yummy. ¼ teaspoon of some fresh orange juice. Put that in there. ¼ teaspoon of some pure vanilla extract. Add a little bit more. Alright. Alrighty, so it's boiling now. So what we're gonna do is reduce the heat to like medium. And now you're gonna let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. But make sure you constantly are stirring it so the raspberries don't get burnt at the bottom. Alrighty, so we're gonna start making the omelet. So we're gonna do 2 eggs. I'm making 1 omelet right now. You're gonna end up repeating all these steps to make your other omelet. So we got, there's 1 tablespoon of water, 1/8 of cinnamon in here. I'm actually gonna do a little bit more than 1/8 because I really like that cinnamon taste. 1/8 of our vanilla extract. Last, you're gonna do a dash of salt. And after you got all that, you're gonna stir it together until it's well blended. Alrighty, so now that's all together, we're ready to cook it. So cook the omelet now. So this is like one of those the changes that we're making with our food. So instead of cooking with like butter and coconut oils and all that, not coconut oils, butter, we're going to be cooking with coconut oil now. So we're gonna do 1 tablespoon to put in our pan, and I already had it heating up on medium heat. Toss that in there, let it melt. The omelet is almost all the way cooked. So what you want to do is grab 1 banana and slice it really thin if you can. Just do about 5 or 6 pieces, add it to half of your omelet, and then you're gonna drizzle a little bit of almond butter on that one side. And then after you do that, be sure that you don't add too much or else your omelet won't be able to fold. You're gonna fold your omelet over. It looks kind of weird, but that's because all the different colors of all the different ingredients. Let it cook a little bit more and then we'll be good. It's all done. Again, it looks really gross, but I promise y'all it smells so good. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit on there. I wish I could make it a little prettier. And that's it. Really quick, how was it?
I ain't gonna lie. It sounded, I didn't say I'm nasty, I ain't gonna say that. But it looked a little weird. This joint is amazing. Cause it's like it got a sweet taste to it, so it's like a breakfast treat kind of. I don't know, it's good. I'm trying it up.
Alrighty, so we completed the egg omelet. It was super delicious. And now we are gonna move on to our egg roll salad. So this is our lunch item. And the egg roll salad is pretty much, you're gonna like put it in like a bowl, and it's cabbage, green and red cabbage, a bunch of like celery, green onions, carrots. So a lot of like veggies and everything. And then it's gonna have a ground pork in it. And then we're gonna drizzle it with some homemade teriyaki sauce. So I'm gonna start by making the sauce first. So let's walk through that really quick. First, we're going to add a ½ cup of liquid aminos. So this is like a soy sauce substitute, but it's like a natural, organic alternative. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. 1/4 cup of water. And this is all over medium heat. 1 tablespoon of Bragg's apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon of some ground ginger. 2 to 3 teaspoons of some minced garlic. One more. 1 teaspoon of tapioca starch. So this is pretty much what's replacing our flour, but this is our organic, natural version of flour. And this is what's gonna thicken our sauce up a little bit. Now that we've added it in medium heat, we're gonna stir it a little bit, and now we're gonna bring it to high heat. And then bring it to a boil. And once it starts boiling, we're gonna let it boil for 2 minutes or until it starts to thicken up. It only took about 2 minutes, but it's nice and thick now. So after you get it to that point, you just set it aside and we'll add it in later. Next, this is what we have: all natural ground pork and crate-free, artificial, no antibiotics, all that stuff. So we're gonna add this to a medium pan. We always cook with, this is our cooking fat, coconut oil. And we're gonna do a tablespoon of it. So this is essentially like replacing your butter or your vegetable oil or whatever you cooked with before. If you guys don't wanna do pork, which next time I won't either, you can always use turkey. A ground turkey would still be good. Let that brown for about 10 minutes and then we'll come back to it. I'm finished with browning the pork. It looks like this. I seasoned it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and now that it's done, we're just going to transfer it over into a bowl. I'm gonna set that aside. and we're gonna keep cooking the seasoning for the egg roll salad. So what we're gonna do now is add 1 tablespoon again of ginger into the pan. Already cut up 2 celery stalks that we're gonna add into the pan as well. 6 teaspoons of minced garlic. Stir this up and we're gonna let it cook for about 3 minutes. That was cooking for 3 minutes. Now we're going to add in, I have carrots. It was 2 carrots that I shredded up myself. We have red cabbage, and it was 8 ounces of red cabbage, and then we also have green cabbage in here, and it was 10 ounces of green cabbage. So we're gonna add it to this pan. That's our ginger, celery, and minced garlic. We're gonna add it to that. And we're gonna go ahead and stir this constantly for a solid 2 to 3 minutes. And we wanna do this until the cabbage starts to get a little soft. Look how amazing this is. I mean, just look. And even better, it smells amazing. Wish you guys could smell it. It smells very like soy saucy, gingery. It's been about 3 minutes and I've been constantly stirring it. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna add our pork back in here. Boom. And then our last 2 ingredients, we're gonna do our liquid aminos again, 1/2 cup. Remember, this is like our soy sauce. And then last but not least, a teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. Add a little bit more in there. Look at that, y'all. This is a salad. Egg. What is it called again? Egg roll salad. So yummy looking. And this is a serving size for 4 people. So this is what we're gonna have for leftovers tomorrow. So healthy, all natural, all organic, and super yummy. Alrighty, on to our dinner selection. We are having, like I said, the ground beef tacos. So these ground beef tacos though are going to be, you're not gonna have like the taco shell. We're gonna use lettuce, or in this case we're actually using cabbage because you know the whole lettuce recall going on. So we're using cabbage little shells to replace the taco shells. And they're ground beef. And let me show you how I did the seasoning and everything. I already kind of have it going. So I made the taco seasoning and it has paprika in it, and we have a teaspoon of paprika. Then we have 1 teaspoon of oregano. We have 2 teaspoons of ground cumin. Then we have 2 tablespoons of chili powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then last we have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I mixed all that together. Then right here I chopped up and sliced 1 avocado. That's 1 avocado. And then over here I already have our ground beef going, and I chopped up 1 large onion to kind of cook with the ground beef. So we are currently waiting for the ground beef to finish browning and everything. And then after it is finished browning, we're going to toss in our taco seasoning into the pan. And then we're gonna put them in the little cabbage shells, and then we're gonna top it with avocado, and then we're gonna be done. So this is actually a really quick and simple one, and this will be our dinner for tonight. The beef tacos are done. This is what they look like. So they were quick and simple. There's no cheese because I'm dairy free now. Absolutely no dairy. Just add a little bit of tomato, but you can add more toppings like avocado or whatever you like to them. Alrighty, so that is all that I have for you guys today. That's 3 recipes that I showed you guys. You can always prep more of all of this. This is just 1 day for me, but you can always prep more if you want it to last longer. All these recipes were really quick. It in all took me about an hour and 15 minutes to cook all of it. It was quick to prep, easy to prep. Like I said, everything is natural, dairy free, and just good for you and healthy. There's no preservatives, no GMOs, no additives, nothing harmful or toxic to our wonderful bodies. So I'm super excited to start this little food journey. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I love, you know, substituting things like the butter for the coconut oil. I think it's great. And like I said, it's really gonna help our digestive systems. It should just process through a lot easier, more nutrients in our body, all that good stuff. So if you guys have any questions, make sure you comment below and like this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you.